Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to take a quick look at the Nymble W. This is the satin blade with the stone-washed handle, smooth tie, and blue. Although it's kind of iridescent, so it looks purple in some lights, a little teal in other lights. But yeah, the blue hardware. Now this version is still available on the site at the time of filming, or the frag version that's all stone washed, that's available too. Plus there's a couple kits available, the DLC like black version, and the, I don't know if it's DLC or not, but it's black, and the stone washed version kit is available too. If you want one of these, I'll leave a link to EMP EDC's website. You can check it out, and then yeah, anyways, just look at the site. So, action. Now, the Nymbles have always been fantastic fidget knives, and this bigger version, the W, is no exception. You have your front flipper, your regular flipper, and then your hole for your thumb or whatever finger you like to reverse flick with. You have those deployment methods, and they all work really well. Reverse flick works great. I'm not real good at thumb flicking, but yeah, thumb flick works good. The front flip works good. Again, I'm not really that great at front flipping, and I don't like front flipping, but it works good. And then you have your flipper, and that works really well, especially for such a minimal tab. It works really well. The detent is dialed in absolutely perfectly for this knife with this many deployment methods. QSP has been knocking these out of the park. Usually, to have a front flipper or a reverse flick knife, you have to have a little bit lighter detent. You don't want to have a super strong detent when you're trying to do a reverse flick. It just doesn't work well. I mean, you can do it, but it's not a pleasurable experience. So the detent has to be a little lighter. But since it's a little lighter, sometimes the flipper action suffers. But with this, it works great. Now, is it lighter? Yes, you can fail it. But, I mean, once you get used to how much pressure, and it really doesn't take much getting used to, it's just you put it, there's jimping right there on the top of the tab. You just pull your finger down and it shoots out. So, I almost cut myself there. So really, the detent is great on this. And the drop, it's not a guillotine, but it's a nice controlled drop. I mean, it drops to your thumb. If you push this lock bar over far enough, it drops right to your thumb. But I prefer to just do a nice, easy, slow drop and a little shake close. Action, good. Ergos. Now on the regular size Nymbles, like the Nymble, the Nymble T, whatever other Nymbles came out, for me, for it to be comfortable, I had to use it solely in the choked up position, you know, just using the forward finger choil. That's the only way that I could use it and find it comfortable. But with this, even though this grip area is not much different than the regular Nymble size, actually I can show you, I have it right here. In fact, the grip area, like inside the handle, is smaller. Just slightly smaller, maybe like 1/4 inch. So, but even though this area is a little bit smaller than the regular Nymble, this slopes out differently. It's a different angle on it. So when you're back here, I still have room for all 4 fingers, but if I had bigger hands, then I could use this part here for my pinky. But as it is, you know, I get a pretty good grip right there. I still use it choked up though, because this is more comfortable. It's just nice to be able to use it 2 ways, but yeah, whenever I cut, especially if I need to put a little bit more into my cuts, then I choke up. And the jimping goes to here. Catch the light right so you can see it. Yeah, so the jimping goes up to here. when you use it, your thumb's always on the jimping. Unless you have really long thumbs. I suppose you could have done the whole spine of the blade with the jimping. But anyways, your thumb, although yeah, it probably wouldn't have looked good though, so I'm sure that's why he didn't do it. But for me, my thumb's always on jimping, so it's great. So jimping's good, ergos are good, action's good. The fit and finish on it, there's no lock stick, there's no blade play, no lock rock. The centering is, did that show up? Second to show up? I can't see, it looks a little, yeah, you can see the tip of the blade there. The centering is perfect. There's not a lot of space here on either side of the blade, so it pretty much has to be perfect, otherwise you're going to get some rubbing. Fit and finish on this is spot on. No, I'm really happy with this. The design for me works perfectly. I like Wharncliffes, so as soon as I saw a Nymble with a Wharncliffe blade, especially one that was a little bit bigger than the regular Nymble, I knew I had to have it. I always like EMP EDC knives. I haven't been disappointed yet. They're fantastic knives. I'm going to leave a link to EMP EDC's website in the description of this video. Make sure you check them out. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.